You think the December holidays them a go keep, or did Hurricane Melissa call a cancellation pandem outright? Let's have a conversation.
The Jam Fam family. Jam Fam, come hang with me. Yeah.
So much has transpired over the last few weeks. We were just scurrying around trying to make sure that we have internet access and electric, because we had some online conference that we were needing to attend. It was of paramount importance that we attended it, and just missing it was just basically not an option. And so when the hurricane came and we saw that we had no internet, we had no light, it was such a stressful time, because I knew that I needed to be there, and I was just thinking, how on earth is this going to be possible? And then on trips out to the library, checking to see what the internet was doing and stuff like that, we realized that nope, it's not coming on. They managed to get light, and that was a glimmer of hope and some optimism. And then we realized, you know what, we have to find an alternative. So it was at that point that I decided that I was going to go to Santa Cruz, where there was a place there where there is generator and also a Starlink. So we managed to get there, and the evening before we had the meeting. And so when we got there, we were able to connect to get our laptops charged up, and then be able to use the laptop to get some of the additional information that was needed before going online, so that we could read through them, and I could read through it and be up to date about the discussion that was to be had. We had some internet access as well, but later on it transpired that the facility at which I was going to try and have the meeting in the morning wasn't going to be feasible, because they have a schedule, because the fact that they're on generator, and of course generator costs a lot to run, they are also scheduling when they're going to be using the Starlink and running on lower energy efficient means throughout the day, because most of the people are there from 6 in the afternoon till 6 in the morning, and that's going to be the high intensity usage of the service. So it works out that the time I had the appointment, which was around 9-10 o'clock, was just not going to work. So of course we got to calling around to see who we can contact and where we can manage to get some facilities to use. So in the end, we managed to get 2 places that were an option. And the first place was the internet. People were working from home, and there are a few people working there. The internet was really, really weak, and intermittent. So there was no guarantee that we were going to be able to connect, and even if we connect, that it was going to be consistent or sustained. So therefore we had to think of a plan B. So we resorted to plan B. Early in the morning we got up, left Santa Cruz. When we went into the town where the taxis coming back to Mandeville are, oh my goodness, the place was just all that debris, those rocks and things from up in the hills had washed down and just piled up at a section of the parking lot and some of the bits of the roads. And we couldn't even do any recording, because we were just having to conserve what little battery that we had on our devices. And so when we got back into Mandeville, we just took our little walk down to the venue that we were going to go. In the end, we managed to get a day pass. All of that was just divine providence, how everything worked out in the end for us to then be able to get onto that meeting. And so we got onto the conference, had all of the conversations that needed to be had, and then of course we needed to have a rescheduling now, another appointment, another online conference to further have these dialogues and conversations. And so at that point I was like, okay. So the next one was about almost a week later. And at that point, I was like, we need to figure this all out, how we're going to get this done, because we still not have backlight yet. In the end, the library's internet had come back on now. And so we were able to have that meeting there and have that online conference, and we're able to go through. We've spent so many days at the library. I'm telling you, the library had just become a little place that we just go and we pay to charge, and we use a little bit of internet as best as we could because it was so weak. You weren't able to do a lot of things that you would want to do, but you were able to at least have some form of connection with the world, to just communicate and let people know how things are going and things like that. We met a young lady, and they are one of the people we met, and this was this young lady, and she was reading a book, and so we got to chatting, and she was saying, she was doing pretty much some of the things we were doing. So she was doing crocheting, and she was reading, and she was just trying to do these little activities to keep herself engaged. And so she was reading a teen's romance story that she was reading, and so it was we shared ideas about the books we were reading and the books she's reading, and we chatted for a little while, and that was just so wholesome to see people picking up books and reading. She did mention that she likes reading, but usually she would read online or on her device. So it was refreshing that here she was picking up a hardback book and a hard copy and reading again. So it was quite a good journey in that regard, and hopefully this is something that where people were doing that continues for people to read, because I'm going to continue my series that I am reading. We still have another online conference coming up, and relieved that we'll be able to attend that now that we have electricity and internet back. That was just such a joyous moment, just to know that we don't have to be stressing our heads and worrying about whether or not we're going to be able to get to a place where we can get the internet to use or where we can get access. And these are really important conferences, which means we need to be on them. And so for me, it was just so vital to have had electric and internet. But Yah made ways for me to be able to get them and to be able to go on. So I'm just giving thanks and giving praise that it all worked itself out. However, I've explained my story to also go to the point that when we were on the taxi going to Santa Cruz, somebody in the taxi said, we don't celebrate Christmas, but this person clearly does. And the person said, Christmas cancel this year. There is no way Christmas are going after all our hurricane Melissa have just done to the country. And I just sat there and I was thinking to myself, with everything that people will need to do to recover, they need some way to celebrate at the end of this year, just to lift spirits and let them feel good. I'm not saying that that's what they need to celebrate, but some celebration need to happen. And then we were coming from the city center one day, and we were in the taxi, and guess what came on the radio? A Christmas sale advert came on the radio. I was like, Christmas sale at this point of the year already? We are announcing this just so quickly after we have just had a hurricane. Is this something that people are doing to say, okay, we're going to support people by giving them sale opportunities so that they can buy back the things that they need to buy to get their lives restored back to some level of normalcy? Or is this actually genuinely advertising of Christmas to sale for people to go shopping for? Or is it just trying to boost people's spirit to say there is still hope for this thing, for some sort of celebration? And so when we look around and we see all of the different things that's happening, we're just wondering, how many things will people be able to get done and do for this holiday season coming up in December? I mean, we celebrate Kwanzaa, so, and we will definitely be celebrating it. So I'm believing that other people will probably be doing the same too, and so it won't really be cancelled then, will it? But it would be good to have a national celebration of some sort, either at the end of the year or at the turn of the new year, just to give that element of, although we haven't gotten over the whole process, to just be able to celebrate the progress that has been made during the period immediately after the disaster. What do you think? Should there be some sort of national celebration at the end of the year or at the turn of the new year? Do tell us your view in the comment section below. We look forward to reading them. And she have me walking around. I've even had to come up here to places that I did part of Bashko that I did not even know exist, because apparently that's where it was. I didn't even know they have one upstairs section where I have some of something. But I guess she wanted to investigate, and she did. So it has a whole load of stuff up here. A whole range, bathroom section, some curtain down there, so bathroom and towels, them have fan, pram, all sorts of different things up here. And here we go. Yeah, so she's going to start her new exercise regime or program. How much? So it's a 3 months, but you're going to repeat the cycle of it. Okay.
I'm going to do more now since I have nothing else to do.
Okay.
I don't have that power yet, but hopefully when I go home next time.
I'm hoping so too, but you know.
You're not hoping. It's going to be.
I like that you're speaking it in faith. However, with everything that's happening, it would be good if we have it, but we're just glad.
Well, we went to church and church didn't have it back, and also there's lots of parts in the town that don't have it back yet.
Mm-hmm. And we know, we can only imagine the places that are even more impacted than ours in terms of when they are going to even get network, especially the places that are deep rural. And she finally decided that she wants this one because it's thicker. So that's the one she's getting. And so we can go. And she will have one more activity to do to help her to get through being stuck at home. People are still clearing fallen limbs. This Mandeville Parish Library was our little spot. We spent so many hours of our time since the hurricane over there, just charging or getting some internet access so we can get in touch and stay in touch with people and do some really important things that we need to do. And I'm so grateful for it. Finally managing to get a load of laundry done, because we finally managed to get back some electric and the water pressure happened to be up. They come on late, but it's up, so that's fine. And so there is that load that's going at the moment. We've got one whole heap in here, so, and because I've sorted them, and then there is this pile here as well. So I'm going to try my best to work through them. We have bedding, we have all sorts of stuff now for wash, so maybe I have to go just keep going through it over the next couple of days and just keep washing out as much of what I can. Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Jamaica Defense Force, and the Jamaica Fire Brigade have been so instrumental in helping to make places accessible and in search and rescue and other things on the ground to help with relief and recovery. And we just want to say thank you to them for their service in the challenges that some of them have to go through. Some of the defense force are having to go through places when even road not there or exists. And we're so grateful to them. You know, the JCF is working with communities just to make things work out how it should. And of course the fire brigade is going out there helping to clear roads and do a lot of different things. So we're grateful to them all for their service and their valiance. We are now in the supermarket to just come and stock up on some of our things that we need to get. So I'm just going down the aisles, checking to see, and some it wasn't on the list, but the last one was used. One should be fine. So we're just going to get all of the stuff them all we want, get them sorted, and then see how we go. So that we can try to see if we can get back some normalcy right now. It would be good. I bought it the other day. I don't think I want that flavor though. Okay, so no, I don't want that one then. Thank you.
The Jam Fam family. We're Irie, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. The Jam Fam family. We're Irie, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. The Jam Fam family. Jam Fam, come hang with me, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on this another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. We look forward to seeing you in the next one. So bye for now and do take care.